Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's continue our Affinity missions and Hearts to Hearts. And today's star is none other than the NeilNail, a new character. And yeah, here she is. Well, usually they go in front of me, but because she's on my team I need to do this. So, again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so yeah. Supposedly from the wiki, the fandom wiki, she only has 3 hearts to hearts, which for me is kind of strange. Supposedly is at 1 heart, 3 and 5. And only 1 affinity mission, so guys, let's go! For Affinity mission, I think there it is, the Custody of Duty. Supposedly this is the only one, especially because of the level. Is required level 48. Let's go there because like I usually do. Let's go first physically go there. I think when it's raining is kind of when we kind of see better the difference in graphics, but well, this is a new outfit, so it's different. Because for example, if I put Celica on that is using something that's what already was on the game, well,
yeah,
the graphics are better, but well, the kind of top kind of reflects a little bit, but not the pants. If I compare with the new outfits, you see the difference. I only wanted to say this because when it's rainy, kind of, I don't know, kind of, it's easily noticeable, I would say. That's what I wanted to say. So I think it's this one over here. And it is the Custodian's Duty. Recommended level 48, required level 48. Requirements chapter 11 and new in New LA. This is Celica's Affinity mission. I think it's the first one. Speaking of which, do I already have that? I think so. Yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're together.
Hey, how you been? Been a while, hasn't it?
Hello there.
Hello, Celica. Ask NeilNail what the deal is. Ask Celica what's up. This is all about Nail, so yeah, let's ask her first.
Nothing in particular. I just happened to see you and thought I'd say hi. Okay, that's a lie. I was hoping to talk to you about something.
And?
We can take you to the barracks.
Of course.
Wait, before all that, I believe I owe you my thanks.
Why?
I hear you saved my dear little sister. Celica Sulika truly landed in hot water.
Little sister?
Really, thank you.
But little sister is going too far, Lady Neil.
Lady Neil?
I am not worthy.
Really? I disagree. We were both spawned from the same artificial womb plant. We Qlued are all one big family, aren't we?
Artificial womb plant? What the
you're
hell?
The High Custodian, the most exalted in all of Clurian society. Whereas I am from a line of acolytes who serve you. The mere act of accompanying you like this, it's an honor beyond compare.
Is that so? I haven't been back to our home planet in so long, but I see our education system is as rigid as ever.
I can see that.
Tired of all this pomp and ceremony. Leave the hierarchical stuff to the other girls.
Yeah,
I'd appreciate it if you could simply be yourself around me.
Yeah, you're the only
Lady
true
Neil.
Custodians here, so...
Whoops, we're getting sidetracked. I'll tell you the rest in the Blade Barracks. It'll be easier if you see the data firsthand.
Okay. Let's go. Track mission. Ah, NeilNail, you're so sweet to Celica. You just gained some more points in my book. I can tell you that. Oh, Celica, let's go. Okay, so it's here.
Right then, first, take a look at this. The time we went to Oblivia, remember those mystery mechs that attacked us?
Yes.
I finally figured out what they're all about. Rather,
Ooh.
I remembered seeing the very same ones in a database back on our home planet.
They're Clurian. So that means...
Yeah, those machines are mobile weapons developed using actual Clurian technology. Would it be easier if we simply called them Skells?
Yes, that's what
the
they are.
model is old, practically antique. But these were special Skells who once served as personal bodyguards to a certain Custodian. They require no pilot and were designed from top to bottom to be fully autonomous. In
Artificial
actual
intelligence?
fact, there's something of a trick to their autonomic functions. Now, pop quiz. If I asked you who you could trust implicitly, who comes to mind?
Tell her that your friends will always be there for you, yeah? Tell her the only one you can truly trust is numero uno. Yourself, no, my friends. Sorry, my friends.
Indeed, a model answer. But in this case, I'm sorry to say you'd be wrong.
Ooh.
The answer is yourself. Why? Because logically, it's impossible for you to betray yourself. Ergo, it stands that you can trust yourself. And so, the master of those Skells copied her personality onto them and incorporated it into their autonomic system.
Whoa.
The personality of the High Custodian NeilNail.
What? Isn't that you? Verify that she really said NeilNail personality. Conclude that by the logic, Nail must be the attacker. Yeah, that's the same, but let's interrupt first.
I did. By which I mean, of course, my predecessor.
A predecessor?
The High Custodian. Her existence is perpetuated through the use of clones.
Oh.
She who presides over the knowledge of ancient times. Such is the destiny of Lady NeilNail.
Well, I may be a clone, but I still have my own personality, thoughts, and desires.
You're a clone?
The point is, those Skells are technically the embodiment of a former iteration of NeilNail. Let's call the white one NeilNail Albus, and the black one can be NeilNail Fervus.
Okay, this is becoming strange.
Here's what I think. Their job is to defend any sites of Clurian influence. That is the duty of a NeilNail. And that's why we were attacked. Who else to right the wrongs of the High Custodian but the High Custodian herself? Which means there's only one thing left to do. Destroy them. Put the old NeilNail in her coffin.
Ooh.
As I'm sure you're aware from the last battle, they're not likely to roll over and die for us. Once again, would you lend me your strength? Please?
Count me in. Lend NeilNail your strength, show reluctance about the whole idea. Well, she asked for my help. I'll help. She's my friend.
Thank you. I was fully expecting you to turn me down, so honestly, I'm delighted. After all, I couldn't ask this of just anyone.
That's
It's
why
a risky
I'm helping.
assignment, but I'm more than convinced we'll be able to pull this off.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Lady Neil, let me accompany you too. I promise I won't slow you down.
Thank you, Celica. With you at my side, I'm all the more reassured.
Aww.
First off, we'll need to find your predecessor's Skells, won't we?
According to the data I collected, they recently ambushed someone, a blade who was exploring a cluster of ruins in Coldros. If the Skells are meant to deter anyone who explores too far into the ruins, then...
You're saying if we investigate those ruins ourselves, they will come for us.
Oh,
Bingo.
well.
I think it's worth a try.
If NeilNail is
For
right,
starters,
yes.
why don't we try looking in those ruins for info samples? That said, we'll have to be snappy. We can't risk them claiming any more victims.
True.
At once, Lady Neil.
Oh, poor Celica is really is really treating NeilNail almost like royalty. Well, for her maybe she is, but NeilNail personality and response is just saying no, forget about that. Just treat me as a friend. I like it. I like it. She gained a lot of points in my book. So, mission selected. Oh, there's actually more than one? Well, you were the first one that was showed, so that's where we go. So, will this Affinity mission be a bit longer than they usually are, like the chapters? Especially because supposedly there's only one Affinity mission? I kinda hope so. Oh! Seriously? This is from your people, NeilNail? I don't even know what this is. More like decoration, I thought. It looks kind of an animal. If you look like this, like a head of an animal. But I don't know. Let's go. Alien ruins. Check. You salvaged Royal Records 1. Royal Records. That's interesting. To say the least, royal.
We need to fight back.
You serious, come over?
You pick them off.
Oh, that is me. Overdrive.
I don't have time for you. Get out of my sight. Thank you. Sell all. Treasure! Another one? Yeah, it's true. I didn't come here a lot, so yeah. There should be things here that I haven't found before. Okay, so let's go for that one. I kinda like how cauldrons look, the magma and everything. Ruined city of Orin. Oh, I see. I had never come here, actually. Okay. So another ruin. That looked like a. I was about to say a head, but no. Oh, is this a... There's a door! I can't enter! That's not fair. Okay, only that again? Yep. So we got the second one. Come over here, Mitra. Thank you very much. And there's someone that's chilling here in Cauldrons. I think they were, yeah, I think she was kind of cold. Seeing how she's dressed, I think she's taking the hot hair of Cauldrons to heat it a little bit. Oh, see, okay. Yeah, I'll stop getting the treasures because I'm seeing there's a lot of them. And the last one, over there. Oh, it's like the first one we got, at least in terms of appearance.
Huh. Looks like they're on our case.
Seriously? Well, it was on our case, not anymore. Okay, so is this the last one? Will they attack us now? Or will we have a third new location to go now that you have all the records? Let's see.
Nothing yet. Your forebears' Skells refuse to surface.
At least for now.
Perhaps the ruins of Cauldros really have nothing to do with Clearians.
We don't know.
No, I'm sure that they do. I took a good look around the cloister. It was incredibly subtle, but there were traces of the clue. It's starting to look like Samarian worship took a radical turn, very different to the peaceful faith it once was. There's a high probability that we'll find them here. The problem is, where to look.
I don't think that will be the problem.
Perhaps we should try thinking more central.
Central, you say?
From the records we have to go on, we know that a king once ruled here, a civilization under an almighty monarch. This place was once the royal capital. Now, where would a king take his seat?
Ooh. Venture that you would likely govern from a castle. Ask Celica for her opinion. Pass the buck. Yeah, I don't... Poor Celica, no. I'll try to answer.
Yes, he would. For a variety of reasons, throughout history, castles have been a mainstay of sovereign power. The castle, both a threshold between ruler and governed, and a bulwark against foreign invaders.
A means of defense? Just as the Skells are, you mean?
I see where you're getting.
Now, time to check our theory.
Where's the castle?
Onward to Orsim Castle. We're sure to find answers there.
Okay. Our next destination has been set, so let's go. I'm coming. Oh, 2000. That's kind of far. So yeah, it was nearby where I was, what I were before. Yeah, but no problem. So, is it in the same place where we fought Law? Yeah. Yes, apparently it is. There they are. So this was from the clue and not... I thought this was from Gajar people?
Lady Neil!
Yeah, we found our Skells. This floor plan suggests that this was once the castle's keep. The keep is the king's seat of power. In other words, it's the heart of these ruins. As we've determined, these Skells are dangerous foes not to be trifled with. That said, it's not like we have any other option.
True.
Destroying them is the only way.
Kinda sad destroying your relics from your people, but apparently we don't have a choice.
We need to fight back.
Oh, level 48, and not bad. Well, if they're as annoying as the ones in the time attack, yeah, let me get this done.
Go off with a bang!
I shall tolerate.
Yeah, in the time attack missions, in the barricades, they become invincible for a little bit. They're annoying.
That's it. Our task is done. They'll never harm an innocent again. The
Thanks.
Custodian herself has cleaned up the old one's mess.
Celica, why are you not happy?
The matter can finally be put to bed.
Lady Neil, was this really the right thing to do? They were erratic and unsafe, but were they not also a part of you?
There's an easy answer to that one, Celica. If you are always chained to the past, you can never look to the future.
That's very true.
Even if it means denying my old self's legacy, I still intend to right their wrongs.
Wow,
We
nice
Qlued
character.
must rise above our past, if we're to soar once again through the infinite beyond.
I think Celica kind of understood.
Among the acolytes, there were some who disputed your authority. Some even called you heretic. Now I see the truth. I see that you have always had Qlued's best interests at heart.
The same can be said of all Qlurians, Celica. You see, the only difference is how we go about it.
True.
Besides,
I understand.
making contact with alien races, it's not always the solar storm we think it'll be. We don't need faith and tech as crutches, not when words can bridge the gap between worlds.
True. That's very,
We
very
have a
true.
prime example of that right here. Right?
Yes, we are. Oh. Ah, she smiled.
Yes.
And the music changed for a more happy one. I like it.
Now, we've wrapped up our business in Coldros, but there's still much work to be done on Mira.
Ooh, yes.
So many races journeyed through the stars to end up on this single planet. Cosmo-archaeologically speaking, it's odd. The way Mira keeps presenting mystery upon mystery, I doubt my work's drying up anytime soon.
Seriously? So, the thing is, in the original there were people theorizing that Chimera was kind of aspiring things and don't let them escape. That's the quest about with Professor B that we have done to unlock his arms manufacturer. He said that he couldn't go out of Mira. His time machine wasn't working. That Elma said more than one time is something about this planet. And when we've played the 13th chapter, we saw that there weren't that. Supposedly that wasn't the case because we just ended up in another universe, and at the end we went for another universe. So it was, it kind of said that there wasn't anything special about the planet, but we still have the problem with the language that everyone understands each other, and like Tatsu said in chapter 5, if I'm not mistaken, when we were in Oblivia, when Elma asked Tatsu which language we were talking, Tatsu said that we were talking Nopon, and now NeilNail just said that a lot of a species ended up in Mira, and that's odd. So again, another character that added more how should I say, mysteries, add another mystery to Mira, and that's an answer that we never got in the game. That's kind of sad, seriously. Okay, let's return to the game. Tell her you're ready to take any job she throws at you. Complain that you need a vacation. Vacation! Well, we are in an alien planet fighting for our survival. Yeah, vacation may be good, but we will go for another universe. Well, we won't have vacations for the time being, because even at the new universe you need to get our footings on the new planet. So yeah, you need to wait for vacations, because it's not now.
Oh, you're pretty much indispensable at this point if I'm to perform my fieldwork here.
Oh, I'm indispensable.
Hey, why don't you become my assistant? Yeah, that's a great idea.
Lady Neil, the humans might have pressing matters of their own to deal with right now.
The humans? Celica? You could say your friends or something like that. The humans, that was... You kind of seemed life far away right now. So, the custody of duty completed. You learned the Psycho Launcher art. Oh, I got the right tail, finally. And I already spoke about this art. I never tried, but supposedly it's good for. It's actually very good for farming. inflicts control, raises enemy level, plus sometimes raises treasure rank. So the thing is, I think I spoke a little about it when I was talking about the Skell weapons, that there are different tiers for level 50, for example the missiles, there's the 140 version, the 150 and the 160. 160 is the highest, and you need the pugilists that usually I fought in the original game, they were level 50 something, so usually they will drop the 150 version, but sometimes they'll drop the 160 because it was higher tier. It's kind of tied to levels, but I got it from the this time I got it from the Tyrant that was level 75. So past level 60 they can give you the maybe level 60, 61, 62. You sometimes you may guarantee that you'll gain the highest tier or increase the odds of that, and because this skill raises the enemy level, you can make an enemy reach a level where you are guaranteed to get the highest tier of the thing you are farming, and it even raises the treasure rank. So yeah, but I still haven't tried, so I don't know exactly how that works, but supposedly that's the same. Now, is there another Affinity mission that appeared, or is it really only one? This is for Celic, I think. Yes. So nothing here. In the continents, I think there's only is still only one, maybe. That's in Caldros. That's for Gajarg. Yes. So apparently, yeah, there isn't. She only has one Affinity mission. True. So now I need to take it from my team because it's time for the Hearts to Hearts. Let's go back to New LA first. NeilNail, I need to say you goodbye for a little bit because I can't have you on my team for the Heart to Heart. Now, Heart to Heart, this is the thing. Supposedly the fandom says that they're available anytime. I do hope so, which would be kind of not expected, I will say. It will be easier for us to find them. No, so Nail, one heart, Affinity 1. Well, okay, let's go. Behind us, I think. Oh no, a little bit in front of it. Oh, Nail, found you.
Listen.
Hey you, just the person I was hoping to see. So, for my Earth culture research, I commissioned someone to salvage some data from a piece of the life vault for me. And in the data, I found an absolutely fascinating concept, a little thing you call a novel. Oh, you discovered the pleasures of a novel. Nice to know, NeilNail. Don't lose yourself in those kind of things, because that can happen. Isn't it just so creative? I mean, fabricated stories, read for entertainment. What kind of mad genius came up with that? Well, actually, there's a lot of people that came up with that. Anyway, I thought of reading one for myself, but there's just so much more data than I thought possible. They're all categorized based on something called genre. Say, which genre do you like the best? Sci-fi thriller suggests that she could start with science fiction novels. Proposed she began her foray with hard-boiled page-turner thrillers. Mentioned that she could start with young adult novels. I think the most of the novels I read it, for example, it was Solo Leveling. I read Ari Fureta, Tales of Demons and Gods. So yeah, I kinda adventure, but let's go with sci-fi. A science fiction novel. According to the data, that's a work of fiction of relative complexity depicting advanced technology, space travel, extraterrestrial. Seriously, I can't read that. Extraterrestrial life, etc. Yes, I see. How interesting. No, hang on. Am I reading this right? That doesn't sound very original at all. Wouldn't that fall under contemporary writing? Though I suppose it's not the case for humans, it is. This might be a good way to see the universe from your eyes. Well, in that case, thank you for the advice. I can see I've got a long road ahead of me. You've completed Nail's heart-to-heart Earthology. Earthology. That's a strange name. Does that word even exists? Okay, so now we need to search for our next heart-to-heart. Oh, wait. This one wasn't here. No, that one was there. It was Mia. All. That's Celica. Is it this one? Gajarg. Nail. Yeah, there isn't a. Yeah, supposedly there isn't a heart-to-heart for True Hearts Affinity. We go straight to the search. So, what it should be correct. The information on the wiki that she only has 3 heart-to-hearts. It's sad, but okay. So right in front of us. Oh, there's a yellow bubble. Well, Nail, you're just standing there doing nothing. Seriously?
Lovely day.
Hey, how's it going? Up for a chat? Enel sure is a hive of activity. I can't remember the last time I was in such a bustling place. Or when I last talked to a member of another race, for that matter. Ask Nail about her past travels. Ask Nail about the clue system. Let's try to discover something more about herself and not her species. Well, as I told you before, I am an archaeologist of cosmic civilizations. I've traveled across many light years and visited many star systems. But since my work focuses on civilizations that are, well, dead, I never really got the chance to speak to many locals. Yeah, that's true, I understand that. And tomb raiding space pirates aren't exactly the most skilled conversationalists. Yeah, I can see that happen. Speaking of tomb raiding, are you a friend of Lara Croft by any chance? Let's continue. Speaking of tomb raiding, ruins will sometimes still be powered, and then you trip their security measures. Traps designed to deter robbers, automatic defenses. I've had my share of brushes and with death. Yeah, I believe you. I actually do. Oh, and one time my ship broke down and I had to spend a few months on a deserted planet, bushwhacking. Well, I hope you got from there. Compared to all that, this is basically paradise. I really owe you guys my thanks. Suggest giving her a tour of NLA. Ask if there's anything she wants right now. Let's offer. Wow, are you trying to be a gentleman? A gentle human? Yes, I am a gentle human, NeilNail. It would feel wrong to refuse though. We are friends after all. You know what? Go on then. I'll take you up to your offer. I'm sure you'll be an excellent tour guide. Yeah, I'm a very good tour guide, NeilNail. You completed Nail's heart-to-heart getting Qlued In. Well, that's a pun with words.
How exciting!
I don't know if it's exciting or not, but...
Did you hear?
More yellow bubble.
Damn it.
Okay, let's go search for possibly her last heart-to-heart. No, this is Lizzo. That's Celica. That's Mia. That's all. Nagi. I think it's this one. Nail. 5. Okay, yeah. View the second heart-to-heart as requirement. Well. So yeah, this is the last one. At least it's any time. Don't. I was afraid that I needed to be changing for between the 4 divisions of time through the day that there's in game. More early morning, no more. early morning, afternoon, evening, night, and how the game says? How does the game night? Late night. So yeah, but fortunately I didn't need to do that, so it's very good. So let's go. It's the last one.
Listen.
Oh, there you are. Got a minute? You know Director General Susson, right? Yes, I do. So he's asking me to share my knowledge of cosmoarchaeology with the people of Earth. Well, we decided to hold a lecture, and it sounds like we have a lot more interested individuals than I expected. I've never done any public speaking in front of alien races. I don't suppose you have any advice? Just be yourself. Oh, I even have that choice. Tell her to just be herself. Say she could have Celica join her on stage. Recommend she lead with an opening act. I kinda throw a curveball because of Celica, but yeah, Celica will say, poor Celica, she's kinda... maybe that they wouldn't work well with her. So, you know, NeilNail, just be yourself. Really? I mean, I can't do that, but I'm afraid my natural tone might come across as a bit of overly familiar. No, that's the thing. That would be good. Cheeky? I won't be breaking any taboos, will I? No, you won't. You don't think so? Well, okay then. If you say so, I'll trust your judgment. Alright, I'm starting to feel good about it. I'm actually looking forward to this now. And my shoulders have relaxed. Score! And that's left to pin down exactly topic. Cosmoarchaeology is a broad subject. Any suggestions? Now, suggest she talk about the Qlued culture. Suggest she talks about her life. No, if it's about the cosmoarchaeology, I think it should be about the Qlued culture. At least as for starters. Yeah, I think I'll have to be something along those lines. If I find Earth's culture so fascinating, it surely goes both ways. Alright, then I'll do my dearest to accurately and fully convey all the charms of the Qlued, leaving nothing on the table. All the hopes that one day it will be more than just Celica and me who get to meet people of Earth. I do hope so. I hope so, NeilNail. Not only for me that would like to meet more people of your planet, but for you too, because basically right now you're the only ones here. So yeah. I suppose that's that then. I think we've got a rough idea in my mind. Thanks for the help, for helping me wash it out. I hope you'll come to the lecture me. Huh? I hope you'll come to the lecture too. Duh. Yes, I will. Count me in. You completed NeilNail Heart to Heart special lecture. And I think this is it. I like it. I like the NeilNail. Sincerely, I really like that as a new character. And especially after doing a Affinity mission right now, seeing that like I said, they NeilNail and Celica have been in my team for a little bit, and I already heard Celica call her Lady Nail, and but I listened to Nail asking Celica, are you alright? So after doing the Affinity mission, I know that Nail is like a royalty, and Celica was actually a subject from that whole server. But seeing the way they interact with each other, and Nail doesn't look down on Celica, I really like it. Seriously, I like NeilNail. I hope you guys like it too. See you on the next episode. Leave me a comment if you have anything to say. Like always, rest well, Zers out.